Local productions on QTV are made possible with support from viewers like you. Thank you.
Hello everybody, I'm Junia and this is Uncommon Sense. Today's program is one of a series of 3 on new companies. The Entrepreneur Exposition, heading for the big leagues, was held at Dow Diamond recently. People have such ability to innovate, to make things better, as you will see in the following programs. You too can innovate. Look around your life and invent something, and thank you for tuning in. Welcome, Heidi McIvor. Welcome to Uncommon Sense, and tell me about Second Cut Arrow.
Second Cut Arrow is the newest hunting product to hit the market today. There is nothing like it that is out there. Previously with arrows, you would need just a broadhead. So this is actually
a broadhead is the tip of the
Correct.
Arrow.
Yes,
okay.
The tip of the arrow. And we have a full utility patent in both US and Canada.
Oh,
and this is basically going to help all hunters of all skill level have a better opportunity to basically almost guarantee a kill shot when they're hunting, whether deer, pig, turkeys, any animal that they want to use a bow for.
Now, why is it guaranteed? What happens that makes it so easy to guarantee?
Definitely. So this is the product right here. So for all the hunters out there, that with this right here, it's built, our invention is built in the shaft of the arrow. And this right here, this outer part is the shaft. So on this end, you would have the remainder of your arrow, and this would screw into your arrow. And then at this part, your broadhead, which is like the tip of the arrow that makes the initial cut, will screw into right here.
Okay.
Then, upon impact, a second set of blades comes out, locks in place, and this is very, very sharp on there. So when it's going into the animal, you get a second set of blades are going to be making a bigger cut, about a 3 1/4 inch cut into the deer or whatever animal that you're hunting. And it also is able to be pulled out if you don't get a great shot on there. So this is the invention, this is the hunting product, and we've had a 100% success rate with hunting so far. Even
what does that mean to have a 100% success rate?
Means that when we've used it for killing, for shooting, hunting deer or pig, that it's dropped the animal on the spot. So it's given a big cut where it's hitting the vitals, because a lot of hunters out there, you'd be surprised, where they don't get a very good shot.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of, you'll have a lot of wounded deer
Yes.
or wounded animals out there.
Yes.
And it's very inhumane to do that.
So I don't know how heavy this is, but when you add this, does this make the arrow heavier?
It does slightly, but because it's divided between the length of this evenly, that it actually adds more kinetic energy and evens the flight of the arrow, and it can go all the way through a pig, which pig have very, very thick skin, and it can go all the way through a clean cut.
So do the bow hunter have to adjust any part of his or her technique or distance from the animal?
Nope. Nope, they can, there's nothing that needs to be different. Basically, all you have to do is you cut your normal arrow, whether it's one that you've already used before or one that maybe has a nick in it. You can cut your arrow back this length. And then
that's about 4 inches, 5
inches? Yep, about
inches?
4 inches, yep. And then you'll cut your arrow back there, and then our product screws in there, and it can actually extend the length of your arrow, the length of your arrow.
And it's reusable?
And it's reusable, too.
Is there a certain number of times it's reusable?
You know, we've used this quite a bit already, probably well over 50 times, and it's still sharp as the day that we had it. We might have made it a little bit too good, actually.
And are you a hunter?
I am. I'm a little bit more on the rifle side, but I'm definitely going to be picking up bow hunting a little more frequently.
And your dad, how did he come to this? He's a longtime hunter.
Longtime hunter. He's been hunting since hunter safety when you're 13 years old, and he's been an avid hunter, both bow and rifle. And he came up with this idea probably about 12 years ago, and it was just something that he had an idea in his mind about. And finally, we got to a point where I graduated from Central Michigan University through the entrepreneurship program. And I knew about the great resource that was available through the university to help foster an idea. So we picked up 2 students that are fantastic and still working with our company. And they helped us from conception to development, getting the CAD drawings, to getting the patents, working with our attorneys,
wow.
The whole process.
Great experience.
It is.
So where are you in the process now? Are you manufacturing, or a person in China? What happens after you get the prototype and the patents?
Definitely. So this right here is the prototype. So what we are looking at right now. My dad, Ron, and Corey, one of our other owners, they're in China right now meeting with the manufacturers to get the first run of the product created. So they're going to be approving it and everything else, that way that the shipment, by the time that they come home on Friday, tomorrow, that they will be able to, they will be able to have the order placed. So.
Do they worry about knockoffs by the Chinese?
No, because not everything's going to be made over there. We will have, the blades are made here in the United States, the packaging and everything here as well, and we're actually going to be assembling them ourselves, at least for the first run of them.
And how will you be marketing them?
You can, if anyone is interested in pre-ordering Second Cut Arrow, you can go on secondcutarrow.com. You can also find us on Facebook, but there is a tab on our website where you can pre-order, because our first shipment is going to be a limited quantity. And if you want to get your hands on it in order in time for hunting season this fall, you're going to want to make sure you fill out that pre-order form right away.
So if one was to do that, when could they expect delivery?
We're hoping that we'll have delivery within the next month or so. We're just waiting for the shipment to come in after they get back from China.
How many are they ordering?
Our first shipment is going to be 4,000 units, but we plan to order, hopefully, as long as things go well, 50,000 units before the end of the year.
Oh, that's amazing. So would you advertise this through hunting groups? I mean, how would you get the word out?
Definitely. You know, we are going to be, we've already approached a lot of different archery clubs. We've already gotten pre-orders through hunting shops in the area, small mom and pop shops. We also have connections through different TV personalities who also have hunting shows as well. But, and then by the end of the year, going into the trade show season in January through March, we're going to be attending all the trade shows as well.
And they're trade shows for hunters?
They're specifically for hunters and outdoor trade shows. And it's crazy. As soon as people get an opportunity to see this or test out this product, people want it. Everyone has a hunter in their life, whether you're a hunter or if you have a family member who's hard to get for, hard to get a gift. This is going to be a really popular gift this Christmas.
Yes, it is. And what is your role in the company?
I'm handling the marketing.
Oh, okay.
My previous employer, we built the website, and I do marketing for a living, so we're always coming up with really creative ideas and ways that we can help further the development of this product. And we know that with social media and all the tools that are out there, is that the word of mouth can spread a lot faster than it could previously.
Yes, this social media is really a big help, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. Well, in terms of speed and finance,
it is. And we're getting Facebook likes from New Jersey to California, that people are hearing about the product from somebody that they know. Because again, Michigan is a huge destination for hunters. People come here to experience a hunt and go out on a hunt, just because the fact that we do have great quality of animals here. A lot of them are corn-fed, so they taste a lot better than other areas too. So.
Is this a unique product, or is it an improvement on a prior product? What's in the field now?
Nothing.
Nothing.
This is creating a whole new line of products that do not even exist, because the only competitors to a product like Second Cut Arrow are broadhead companies. And to be honest, I don't consider broadhead companies to be a competitor. I think that we're a complementary product that's going to make their product even more effective, because we can almost guarantee that with the second set of blades, that this is going to almost guarantee that broadhead and this shot is going to produce a kill shot.
Have you approached any of the broadhead manufacturers?
Yes, we have, and we're in talks. Who knows what's going to happen in the future? Michigan also is home of Easton Arrows, which is only one of 2 arrow manufacturers in the United States. And in my opinion, they're the best, so if you are watching.
Right, yeah. A round of applause.
Yes.
What is the entrepreneurship program at CMU? What did you learn in that?
Oh my goodness, it's such a great program. I graduated in 2006 and we had one of the top 10 programs in the country. And the type of programs that they have for entrepreneurship is they teach you everything from how to come up with creative ideas to learning the finance side of it, learning how to create a business plan. And then also the program that the students came out of is the program where they actually have to assist a real life business in anything that they need. And so you get all these hands-on experience. I mean, I've probably written more than 20 different business plans through the program, and then you're actually working and helping a local business, whether they're in the entrepreneur stage where they're just a startup to someone who's looking to grow their business.
Is this a major within the undergraduate, or is it a freestanding institute? Is it a year? How long is it? Tell us about it.
Yep, it's a 4-year degree, and it's a complimentary program through the School of Business. And you would get your major, or you can get a minor in entrepreneurship.
Well, that's a wonderful resource for America, but specifically our area.
And to be honest, you know, with an entrepreneurship degree, sometimes people don't really understand the value of it, but the value of having that innovative and entrepreneurial spirit, it can be used regardless of whatever field that you want to go into or whatever crazy invention ideas that you have that will actually work, and you're going to be able to have a win-win situation.
What's it like working for your father?
We butt heads.
And how do you manage that? What do they teach you at school about that?
What you learn with that is that he's very innovative. He's very good at hunting. He knows the product. So I let him handle everything as far as the quality and making sure that the product is exactly what it needs to be. And then when it comes to where we butt heads with marketing or what we need to be doing on that side of it, he knows that I'm the expert on that part, and I take lead. So.
Did you have to raise a lot of money for this company?
We're still in the process of trying to find another investor to help us so that we can really, we want to take the Rage Broadheads. They basically submerged the entire market with their product. They attended every single trade show, and you saw it everywhere. It was an unknown company, and 1 year everybody knew it. It was a household name. So it does take a lot of money. We did win one of the awards through the CMU New Venture competition. So we took 2nd place as a business that could impact Michigan. And we're very confident that we will be able to bring manufacturing home to help implement here.
Oh, that's really exciting. So the other broadhead manufacturers, that's the second one of the Eastman or Eastern.
Yes.
And they're so broad.
Yes.
Oh, this is really exciting.
It is.
So, hunters, your future is improved immediately. There's some very interesting things here, and that is, this is a very entrepreneurial young woman who managed to educate herself at a school that has one of the best or most recent or new entrepreneurial programs. She works with her dad in a major breakthrough for hunting arrows. They're willing to have them manufactured in, partly manufactured in China, and she's willing to use social media and all the kinds of trade shows to work out her thing. And she's a wonderful opportunity because in a sense she's working for her dad, but in a sense you're working for yourself because you have the freedom to do it. So would you see yourself staying with a company?
Definitely. I do have another full-time job as well, but this is something that eventually, you know, you never know if I'll be full-time with them as well. So it's a very exciting opportunity, and the sky is truly the limit, and we do have a lot of complementary patents that we're working on right now to go along with this product. Related to that. Related to this as well. So, and pretty soon you'll also be able to purchase your own second cut arrow clothing. We have all sorts of great things,
but
you know?
I see there's a future in marketing here in a number of fields. So thank you. Thank you so much for being a part of this, and a lot of good luck.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yes. Welcome, Todd Norwook. I appreciate your being here, and tell me about your company, Intertwine.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Intertwine is a data management company, and we've got a software solution called QIT. It's focused on manufacturing companies, specifically quoting, sales forecasting, capacity planning, and product launch.
And why is that better than what these companies have now?
Well, the majority of companies today are actually using email and Excel, simply because they're easy to use and most people know how to use them. And what we've done is a lot of the other systems that are out there are just too cumbersome and too difficult to learn. And what we've done is come up with a simplified solution that's easy to use and integrates with their favorite tool, Excel. So it's kind of the best of both worlds.
So they would send their back office to you, or you would come into the company?
It's a software solution. So it's most companies, most of our customers utilize an ERP, MRP system, or enterprise resource planning, material resource planning, and our software is kind of a complement to that. So enterprise resource planning is focused on order fulfillment. So from receipt of a customer order, the scheduling of the materials and production. And our software deals more with advanced planning, advanced forecasting. So the quote, so documentation control associated with the quote, capacity planning, sales planning, financial analysis. So it's more forward-looking as opposed to an ERP, MRP, which is kind of, what orders do we have, what materials do we owe, that type of thing.
I see. So does the software have to be acculturated for each company?
That's one of the unique things about our software. So it's flexible enough that it is customized based on really by core process is what we say. So any company that does metal stampings, we've got a software solution for metal stamping companies, and if they do assemblies or based on that core process. So it's that's one of the things that's unique about our software is that we don't come with a generic solution that we try to jam into your business, or where you've got to change your business in order to fit our system. Our software is designed so it's flexible to fit your business. So the field names and all those things are things that our customers are accustomed to working with.
What customized areas have you focused on?
Well, kind of what the customized areas that we focused on really is integrating all the pieces. So if you look at what's available in the marketplace today, there's a lot of overlapping products out there, product lifecycle management solutions, quote systems, and what we've done is actually integrate a lot of those systems into as opposed to a bunch of modules that you try to put together, it's integrated and built so that it's intended to work together, and that's what kind of goes towards the ease of use.
I understood that, but I also understood that sort of by category.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Yes, you have to.
Right now we've kind of mastered the metal stampings and welded assemblies. And then, the next progression will be probably going to things like, plastic injection mold, and then we want to move into forgings, casting. So it's more commodity-based, if you will, than industry-based. Although it is kind of geared around, automotive principles and practices.
And how did you get involved here?
So I've been in the automotive business. I founded Intertwine back in 2009. Prior to that, I've been in the automotive business about 25 years, actually starting out at the shop floor levels and working all the way up to the boardroom. And over the course of 25 years, I kind of recognized that every place I went, I worked at about half a dozen companies over that 25 years. Every place I went, there's a lot of highly paid people moving data, from one Excel document to another, fragmented processes, and frankly, in high volume production, a small error on a quote can mean millions of dollars over the life of the program, right? So I just sort of have a passion for doing things efficiently and effectively, and trying to minimize errors and mistakes, and that's kind of what led me to. I had a vision for how we could put all these pieces together much more effectively than people were doing it today, and that's kind of what led me to start the company.
So you did actually the input. I mean, you designed the program. You hired a few people to say, "Here's what I want, guys."
I'm a salesman. I recruited a childhood friend of mine to be the chief information officer. He recruited, what he said is the best database architect he'd ever worked with. I gave those guys part ownership in the company. Then I sold some shares to some other friends, family, and former co-workers. Put a fair amount of my money in there, and we hired a couple of developers. And so we've been at it for a couple of years now. Basically, it's taken. The scope of our solution is pretty big for a startup company, so it's taken us a couple years to get the product done. But
and then what's your next step now that you feel secure that you have it at a level that you'd like to really sell it?
Yeah, we're right now we're in the final product development test cycle. So we've completed development for the initial scope. I don't know if we'll ever be fully done with development, but we've got the initial scope of the project done, and we're in the test cycle right now. So key for us is really finding some of the early adapters, our first customers, and being able to build a track record of credibility. So we're out there looking for metal stamping companies and welded assembly
companies. Would you go back to the automobile world?
Would I?
Could you?
Could I? Yeah. You mean for me
not
personally?
Not as personally, but with this program.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's exactly where we're going. Our go-to market strategy is focused on, again, metal stamping and welded companies that specialize in metal stampings and welded assemblies, and primarily those for the automotive industry. Because again, the software is flexible enough where you could, it doesn't matter if you're making metal stampings for the marine industry or the aerospace industry or the automotive industry. Kind of the cost drivers and the variable inputs are the same, but it's built around automotive principles and practices, so that's where we'll target initially.
You started on the factory floor and then you worked your way up. What did you have to learn for each job? Why did they pick you, and what did you have to learn to merit it? I'm
sure it wasn't because I'm really good looking, so right. I don't know. I started out on the shop floor. I went from a production associate to a quality inspector, and then to a quality technician, where I was working in like a quality lab, if you will. Out on the shop floor as an inspector, I just kind of looked at parts. Did they have all the holes and components and everything that they were supposed to. But then I went into sales, and I think sales was kind of a natural fit for me. I started out at the bottom of the totem pole in sales, and then worked my way up to director of sales and marketing at a tier 1 company. So really, it was kind of those diverse experiences, I think, that sort of shaped the vision for the software solution. Because a lot of people start out in a company and they kind of only see the business maybe from one position or one perspective. And I think it was kind of seeing it, how making a sale transcends all the way down to the shop floor, and the need to produce the parts and all that other stuff. So I think it was the good fortune of being able to see the business from all those perspectives that kind of helped shape the vision for how we can utilize data upstream and downstream and more efficiently and effectively.
Are these companies that you're hoping to sell to a little less bureaucratic than some of the main auto companies, which I hear are very bureaucratic? At least that's what I read.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a dreamer, so I still want to get into Ford and GM. I think that's really our golden ticket, and we've got a great value proposition for them once we've established ourselves with the tier 1 supply level. But to your point, yeah, I think my experience has been the bigger the company, the more bureaucracy you've got to deal with. So there are people out there that recognize there's a movement towards technology, towards what a lot of people talk about, big data, right? So how do we harness big data? How do we use this information in order to make better decisions? And I really feel like Intertwine's sort of on the cutting edge of big data for manufacturing companies. And there's certainly some CEOs and CFOs out there who are going to recognize the value that we bring, and who I think will be willing to take a chance. So
how do you know
hopefully
how
we
to
can
price
overcome
the
the bureaucracy. I read a book.
Yeah.
I mean, I've spent a lot of my time in pricing. I mean, my background is in creating cost models, understanding what things cost and how to price them. But in the past, it's been very commodity driven, right? So it's cost plus pricing. Or here we've got a value proposition, a unique product. So I read a book called the Strategy and Principles and Tactics of Pricing. Phenomenal book. Within the first chapter, it changed everything I thought I knew about pricing, and I thought I knew quite a bit about pricing. So we followed the fundamentals from that book to lay out, what we think our break-even cost is, what value we think we're, providing our customers, how much are they willing to pay for it, and we'll just kind of have to do some trial and error and see how well that.
So who's going to be the salesman? Are you the salesman?
Initially.
Mm-hmm. What happens to your time allocation?
Well, right now we are trying to quantify sales or qualify sales leads with a sales and marketing campaign. So, I'm not just out there knocking on every door and trying to find people that, really don't have any interest. But the idea is that as the company grows and evolves, we'll grow and evolve too. I'll move out of the sales position, but what we're trying to do right now is actually put together a sales model that is repeatable, so that when we bring people into the organization, here's what we do, here's how we do it, we know it works, we've got a track record of success.
Do you like being your own boss?
Do I like being my own boss?
Yeah.
Yeah, but except, I have nobody to blame if things don't go well, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's I'm pursuing a dream right now, so yeah, it's fantastic.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
And exciting.
Yeah, I left behind a very good paying job right now, so I'm anxious to get the company going and, and start making some money, but I'm living a dream. It's not work anymore, really. It's something I enjoy.
Do you have a certain, like it's going to take 3-5 years or 2 years? And
yeah, I think 5 to 7 years is realistic. I mean, our sales cycle is a very long sales cycle. That's one of the challenges we've got is our average sales cycle is probably going to be 18 months because first we got to convince people to buy it. Then there's a budget cycle that happens in the fall for the following year. So it's not, I think it has the potential of something that could go viral because there's a very large niche market out there for it.
Yes.
But at the same time, it's a big decision. It touches a lot of people in the organization. So it's something that I think will take some time for people to make decisions.
Are you working all out?
Are we what?
Working all out.
Working all out?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Long hours.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's part of the deal with being an entrepreneur. I think is
Do you like being an entrepreneur?
I do. I love it.
What do you like about it?
Again, it's not even work for me anymore. This is a passion for me. I believe in doing things the right way. I feel confident that we've got a good product out there. We want to get the message out, and I want to live the dream of the. I went through the boot camp, and one of the sayings there is, the life of an entrepreneur. You live the life nobody wants to, so that you can live the life everybody wants to, and that's my dream is to. Live the good life someday. We'll put in the hard work. For me, it's no problem to sacrifice a few years of hard work.
When did it become your passion?
7, 8 years ago, probably. It's been quite a while. I formed the company several years ago, so it took a while to get the fire, fully burning in there, really.
Thank you very much. So, there's a lot you taught us of this. First of all, get yourself trained. Secondly, realize you don't know everything. Get yourself further trained.
Yeah.
And thirdly, hire the right people, especially people you think might be loyal to you, right?
Absolutely.
And thirdly, really understand the timeline is really long and that you're going to have to go all out. And finally, you're on a mission. It feels like you're on a mission when you talk about the passion of it. You've seen it the other side, clumsy, and now you're giving them a route to effectiveness in an easier and more fluid way, and why not?
Absolutely.
And so I don't know about your family life. What's your wife say?
Very supportive, really. I couldn't be here doing what I'm doing without her support. So I'm fortunate that that she's as supportive as she is.
Good family man. So thank you very much, and come back and tell us wonderful things from a couple of years from now. Who knows?
Appreciate it. Thank you.
To contact Junia, send her an email at info@juniadoan.com. For more information, program schedules, and news about future guests, go to www.juniadoan.com. Thanks for joining us. See you next time for Uncommon Sense with Junia Doan.
Local productions on QTV are made possible with support from viewers like you. Thank you.